What's up, everyone? Welcome. We're going to do a garden tour for June. This is my tropical food forest. This is Jay Coop. And this is Jasmine. She's in a pot, doing pretty well here. This whole strip is pretty new. This is ornamental grasses, and here comes the Suriname cherry. This was grafted. It's a black Suriname cherry. This will be a bush, and these cherries are nice. If you've never had one, you have to try it. You might not like it, but you might love it. I love them. They have a bit of a strong flavor, but so unique and delicious. It's a hibiscus cutting, little dwarf Cavendish from a pup from my brother. That's doing well. And a jalapeno and a sweet potato. There's a little nursery area out here. Got a plumeria. I should pack that in better so it stands up. I guess there's some kind of potato growing up out of there too. So this was really cool. I just did this. Here's a papaya. Came out of this pot that had just a papaya or two worth of seeds sprinkled in it, and they were growing. Like, they were as high as the top of the camera here just moments ago. And I pulled some of those out, some of the bigger ones, and planted them throughout the yard. They grew really quickly and tall in that big pot, so I'm definitely putting my seeds in a big pot from now on. Here's a purple haze dragon fruit. This guy was 2 sections at the end of March and at the end of April, and now 2 months later it's got 2 more sections, just about. Got this nice trellis with a tomato cage reinforced with wood, and I've never tried that before, but I'm going for it. This is an American wisteria, should be purple flowers. Gonna be really nice. It wants to climb something. I have to get it out of this pot soon and put it on something permanent. Here's another papaya from that pot, and they're just so much bigger than others that I had in the ground for longer. That one was also in there. That one's pretty big compared to the pot. Yeah, that was a nice one. The biggest one, actually. Damiana. We got Damiana. And the ice cream banana intertwined with this yucca here. We're also going with some pigeon pea down here, sweet potato. Here's a squash that volunteered. We've got lemongrass. Everything's nice and tight in here, and they're all going to live together. We're creating a community, and they will depend on each other, giving each other shade, covering the ground so weeds don't grow. It's a whole community mindset here. A couple lemongrass, papaya, fig. I'm gonna fig. Yeah. This tree has been here for years actually, and it's not been doing great. This year it's kind of the happiest that it's been. So looking forward to more of that. Yeah, papaya, pigeon pea. We got the star apple down here. Looking happy. And what else is over here? I'm gonna put the jackfruit here, lemongrass, and Mexican sunflower. And we're just on a lot in the city, in sunny St. Pete. So I'm trying to do as much as I can to grow food. Here's the mango, grew it from seed. It was actually getting some powdery mildew, I noticed, so what I'm going to do is spray it with some milk, which my buddy told me to do. I just pulled most of the bad leaves off. There's one here. Don't want that anywhere near the tree. Probably should take it further than that. But when I pull the leaves off, man, it just responds so well. All this new growth. So hoping to keep that pattern going. Clean itself up. I'll spray it with the milk too. Got this canna hibiscus that probably doesn't love the fact that it's in direct sun over here for the hotter part of the day. Not looking super happy. So I might move that to a more shady location within the community. So here's the crepe myrtle with the white flowers. My buddy came by and has attempted some air layer on this, so we're gonna see how that goes. It's pretty cool. Making some roots in there with the hopes to just cut that off and replant it. All right, here we go. The dwarf banana. 2 stalks. Clean this one up underneath. Looking great. Society garlic, sisu spinach, flourishing nicely. Check out the May and the April video to see the progression of things. Here's a jalapeno. Whoa, yeah, there's 2. Oh man, there's a 3rd one coming in there. Yeah. I'll be pulling that off soon. I think my wife will chop it up with some tuna fish, some tomato, some goodies, make a nice salad out of that. Leeks and green onions, they're doing good over here too. The green onions are great because when we get some from the store, you just put the butts with the roots in a cup of water and man, they just start growing the next day. And now they're in the ground. Got sweet potato, another papaya hiding out there. Tomato. Here's a goji behind this society garlic. Pretty happy over here. The light color of the leaves is a little concerning, along with these dark spots on a few of them. I'll have to check into that. Tomato. We've got basil in here now. There's a little curry. Cacao. Pretty happy. Something's been nibbling behind the fennel and the sorghum. We've got more tomato along the string. These tomatoes are not doing very well though. They're a little light. Sweet potato. We've got the loquat. I'll zoom out for. Christmas loquat. Looking good. Lots of new growth here. Loving it. All this mulch, a lot of it was imported to start, and from now on it's just going to be matter that comes off of these plants, like these old papaya leaves and branches when I start to trim the taller stuff back. These Mexican sunflower, when they get really big, wow, after that flowers, I'll just chop that down, toss it back onto the ground to feed the soil and cover, to keep things mulch, to keep things moist, and it'll just keep growing back, and we'll rinse and repeat. Society garlic, these are cool. Nice pretty purple flower. They're stinky and repel pests, and also take a little tip, just like a chive or a green onion, put that in your food. It's garlic and it's pretty strong. Oh yeah, good morning. A loquat from seed, longan, longan. We've got the lychee, sweetheart. She's doing pretty good. She's been there now a few months. Nestled in the middle here, as these taller things kind of provide a bit of a nest around it. That's the idea for the higher value trees. Yeah, longevity spinach looking great, really booming. Got a blueberry here. Going down slope, Roselle hibiscus, Jamaican sorrel, Those are really nice. Another longevity. Pigeon pea, pineapple. Got this avocado still booming, growing back after I cut the big fallen tree. It's coming right back. Papaya. Fuyu persimmon, yeah. And this yucca, this cassava right here is just creating a house. So nice. Look at this 3D structure. There's the base of it. It's just kind of leaning and creating a super nice canopy, under which little banana, that's an ornamental, but still he's happy down there. There's a pineapple down there, brand new, trying to start its life, continue its life cycle, I should say. Obviously I pulled that off of a pineapple that I ate, planted the head, kumquat, tucked under there. He's happy. He's got some flowers. They smell amazing. Kumquats are delicious, and this might be a sucker on the rootstock. That might have to go. Yeah, I should have cut that. There was a little peel at the end that I didn't like, so I exposed a little bit of that. Should have just snipped it clean. Don't try this at home, kids. Nice happy roselle under another cassava canopy. And Neelam mango, still no new growth. It's been in the ground for 2 months and I have seen no new growth. I've pulled some of the leaves off that didn't look as great. They weren't terrible, but I thought it would stimulate some growth. Nothing yet. I'm trying to water it as much as possible. I've got some cocoa fiber in there to like retain water, but man, that concerns me. I've actually never seen a mango that I've put in the ground, a grafted mango that I've put in the ground, have any new growth yet. So when that happens, I will be elated. I know it's going to happen. I have 3 of them, and I keep checking, hoping for the best here. We want some new growth on these mangoes. Cranberry hibiscus, pigeon pea, society garlic. If you guys have any ideas, comments, anything that might help, please put it in the comments. Let me know. I'll respond. I'll definitely read it. I'll get the notification. Love some good advice. This cassava house has some annonas under it. The star apples here, not an annona technically, but got the sugar apple there. And soursop. What's up, soursop? You good? I crafted a cherimoya scion onto the soursop a couple weeks ago. It would be my first successful graft. I'm waiting to see how that goes. There's that roselle, pigeon pea, huge. Carry mango, who teases me with the notion of new growth, but not quite yet. Maybe soon. Jackfruit, giving it some shade from the strong evening sun. I just put another papaya there from the big old pot. Some moringa cuttings from the trunk of the moringa tree, which I took down. They're all coming right back, which is super cool. Got a yucca in there, and I'm going to put that in place of the jackfruit to shield the carry. I put the jackfruit over in the front. Giant Indian jujube, grafted with a Chinese date scion, so looking forward to that. Having 2 different kinds of dates. Jujubes, pineapple down here, roselle, another cassava house. Ooh yeah, that pineapple's loving its house. Little guava down there too that was looking bad, looks great now. Shade's important. especially for young trees. They don't grow out in the open in nature. They grow in forests, most of these trees. They have bigger trees that shield them from direct light until they're old enough and get a chance to break through. When something else falls, then they take their opportunity. So we're trying to mimic nature out here. That's a guava. Nice and tall, still kicking out new. Look at that. It's growing nice and happy. There were some fruits on this, just a couple tiny buds when I brought it home, and I think they're gone. It had a little bit of a rough transition, but coming back now. Down here, custard apple. Have another one I've already put in the ground from that lot. Blue Java, looking super nice. Again, you can look back at the older videos to see the progression of this boy, because that was the tiniest little pup months ago. Bunch of sorghum, I thought was sugar cane, but it's sorghum. We have that now. You can make popcorn out of these kernels, so we're definitely going to do that. More papaya. Papaya was the original here, and this was the first papaya tree here. Still kicking them out. Man, I might think about grabbing that one. That one's kind of ugly, but it's ripening. It's going to be just as delicious as the others. Nice pineapple. This curry tree is massive. Oh my goodness. It's collapsing on itself. Wow. Wow, that's time for a prune. Yeah. Cutting all that back. That's all new too. I cut it back 6 months ago. These berries, oh my goodness. They might be good next month when they get nice and purple. Those are awesome. Similar to the Suriname cherry, I think, in that funny flavor. But, jackfruit. Star apple. Yucca everywhere, creating shade. And if it's too much, I'm gonna cut it, you know? I'll just cut it back, it'll grow right back. Sugar apple, and then that's mulch. So having too much is great. Not having enough is the problem, because you can't make it grow. But I can always come in and make it go away and return it to the earth. Got the plantain. Some better looking tomatoes down this row. The Florida weave going on with the string that goes kind of back and forth, side to side along each plant, like a weave. Yep. Here's actually the best ones down here, because I think they're more shaded by the mulberries. I zoom way out to catch those. They're coming down too. I'm gonna cut those half size. We didn't get any fruit this year. I think because I cut them back so late last year. It was like December when I pruned them back. So they didn't have enough time to come back and fruit in the spring. So I'm cutting them now in June. And stay tuned to see how different it looks, because the first disturbance is gonna happen before any of the actual wind and crazy out of control disturbances have a chance to knock things around. I'm gonna come through and cut a lot of stuff back, so July is gonna look a lot different. Soursop from seed, sweet potato, leeks, poor man's pepper, marigold, lemongrass, passion fruit, tomato. They're everywhere. It's like too much. There's that custard apple, and too many to name. Another Mexican sunflower. There's some tomatoes on that tomato plant right there. They're getting nice. They'll be red soon. Yucca. Mango from seed. Roselle. More leeks. Papaya. Lemongrass. Leek. curry, pineapple, squash, curry in the back. It goes on and on. Pomelo, another curry at its base. Let's go. We're a big happy family here. Everybody's got each other's back. No one's competing. They're working in unison. Big old papaya tree. And everyone gets along and contributes to the greater good of the whole. And that's how it should be in a society. We should want more people. Keep growing, because we're going to be able to benefit from whatever anyone brings. And if there's anything that's being brought that's undesirable, that can be eliminated, and we can just continue to evolve. And when we eliminate extra growth here that we don't need, we put it back to the soil, and it becomes a positive. So this is a model for life in general, and it's where these plants came from. It's our nature, it's their nature to live this way. And so if we can create those conditions, I think it'll give the plants the best opportunity to thrive. And that's the idea. Thanks for coming and hanging in my happy place. This is Jake Hoop signing off. Have a lovely day. See you next time.